Good afternoon, 620th family. My name is Arthur Harrison, and I serve as your battalion chaplain, but I also serve as a local pastor in a large church just south of Birmingham, Alabama. And I imagine that my community may be experiencing some of the very same things that your community is experiencing. That as conversations and as protests following the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota, has awakened deep emotion and deep conversations about justice, race, and what does it mean to be equal citizens in our communities. Now, we've seen some of those conversations lived out in truly positive and constructive ways, as even here in Birmingham, we have seen steps being taken in the last couple days that have not been done in 150 years. But there's also been violence. There's also been chaos that's been lived out in the unhealthiest and most dangerous of ways. And when you mix that together with the fact that we are still enmeshed in a global pandemic, the stress, the weight of the moment that has been weighing down on us as soldiers, as citizens, it's unlike anything we have ever known in our lives. And so I wanted to share with you just a couple things that we can do to help with some of that stress or frustration that we're feeling. The number one thing that I would say at first is to please be safe. Please keep yourself safe from viruses. Please keep yourself safe from the violence. To put yourself in the best possible position that you can to care for yourself and those that you're responsible for. The second thing that I would say is talk to someone. There are experiences within our ranks, there's experiences within our unit that need to be able to be said and spoken. But first, they need to be said to someone you trust. There is pressure, there is weight, there is frustration, there is stress that many of us are carrying around, that we can find opportunities to talk. And so please find someone to where you can just ask them, is it okay if I just talk for a minute? If I just get this off my chest or just let you know what's going on inside of me? If you don't have somebody you trust, if you don't have somebody that you feel like you can say that to, I want you to call me. Your first line leader has my phone number. It should have been sent out to you a couple weeks ago. But I want to listen to you. And I want to hear what you have to say. And not argue with you or not explain away or not even to provide any sort of cliches or answers that you might be looking for, but just to listen and to hear what you have to say. The third thing that I can say to help take care of ourselves during this time is to unplug. To take space every now and again to where we turn off the status updates, we turn off the headlines, we turn off the channel, and we make sure that we find opportunities, that we find activities that are life-giving. That we step out of the chaos and we move into something that reminds us of peace. And do we fill back up with that very life that we feel like is being pressed out of us right now? When we feel like we're in a better space, we're better prepared to plug back in and to jump back in where we left off. The fourth thing that I would say, and maybe the most important, is to listen to someone. To find somebody that we can check in with and say, listen, I want to hear your story if you trust me enough to tell it. Is there a way that I can listen? Is there a way that I can be there for you and to check in on each other? Because some of the pressure and some of the weight that has been carried around by so many of our soldiers, especially those that are African American, especially those that have been damaged in some of the protests or the lives of public servants, please listen to each other. And to give space to where we can hear an experience that is so vastly different from ours that it doesn't bother us or offend us, but educates us. That together we might better understand how we can be better citizen soldiers, how we can be better neighbors, how we can be better human beings. That together this world might be a better place because we help each other carry our burdens, and listen. I have been thinking of you. I have been praying for you everywhere that you have been. I am here if there's anything that you would like to talk to or talk about. And if there's anything you need, please don't ever hesitate to give me or one of your leaders a call. We are here for you. Blessings.